Greetings, fellow time travelers. Welcome back to Secrets of the Ancients, where we uncover the hidden mysteries of lost civilizations and dive deep into the secrets that shaped our world. I'm your archaeological guide, ready to take you on another mind-bending journey through the corridors of time. Today's discovery will challenge everything you thought you knew about humanity's earliest civilizations. We're traveling back over 5,000 years to explore one of history's greatest puzzles. How did the Sumerians seemingly overnight develop the world's first writing system, complex mathematics, and sophisticated astronomy? Before we unveil these incredible secrets, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Trust me, you don't want to miss the ancient mysteries we're about to reveal. Picture this. Around 3,200 years before Christ, in the fertile river valleys between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, something extraordinary happened. A civilization emerged that would lay the foundation for everything we consider modern society. The Sumerians didn't gradually develop their innovations over centuries. Archaeological evidence shows they appeared with fully formed systems of writing, law, agriculture, and urban planning. It's as if someone handed them the blueprint for civilization itself. But here's what will absolutely blow your mind. Recent archaeological discoveries in southern Iraq have unearthed Sumerian tablets that tell stories far stranger than any textbook dares to include. These aren't just administrative records or shopping lists, they're detailed accounts of beings they called the Anunnaki. Now, before we dive deeper, let's establish what we know for certain from archaeological evidence, and what remains in the realm of fascinating speculation. In 1849, British archaeologist Austen Henry Layard made a discovery that would revolutionize our understanding of ancient Mesopotamia. Deep within the ruins of Nineveh, he uncovered King Ashurbanipal's royal library, over 30,000 cuneiform tablets, many containing copies of much older Sumerian texts. Among these tablets were stories that seemed to echo familiar biblical narratives, but with startling differences. The Epic of Gilgamesh, for instance, contained a flood story remarkably similar to Noah's Ark, but written over 1,000 years earlier. But it was the administrative and religious texts that posed the greatest puzzle. These tablets consistently mentioned the Anunnaki, described as powerful beings who came from the heavens and established the first cities. Now, here's where modern interpretation gets fascinating and controversial. In 1976, scholar Zecharia Sitchin published The 12th Planet, offering a revolutionary translation of these texts. Sitchin proposed that the Anunnaki weren't mythological gods, but actual visitors from another world. While mainstream archaeology strongly disputes Sitchin's translations, his work raises intriguing questions about rapid technological advancement in ancient Sumer. Here's something that will make you question everything. Archaeological surveys in southern Africa have revealed extensive ancient gold mining operations dating back over 100,000 years. These aren't simple surface excavations. We're talking about sophisticated underground tunnels that required advanced knowledge of geology and engineering. The mystery deepens when we consider that gold has limited practical applications for ancient peoples. Unlike copper or iron, gold can't be made into effective tools or weapons. So why would ancient civilizations invest enormous resources in extracting it? Modern space technology provides an interesting parallel. NASA uses gold extensively in spacecraft construction because of its unique properties. It doesn't tarnish, conducts electricity perfectly, and reflects radiation. The James Webb Space Telescope's mirrors are coated with pure gold for precisely these reasons. Could ancient peoples have understood gold's special properties? The Sumerian tablets consistently describe the Anunnaki's need for gold, though the exact purpose remains debated among researchers. Now we enter one of the most controversial aspects of human origins. Modern genetics has revealed something puzzling about human evolution. Around 200,000 years ago, there was a dramatic acceleration in human cognitive development. This isn't gradual evolution, it's what scientists call a genetic bottleneck, followed by rapid expansion of capabilities. We developed language, abstract thinking, and complex tool use in what is, evolutionarily speaking, the blink of an eye. The Sumerian creation myths describe a similar sudden transformation. According to their tablets, the first humans were created through a divine intervention that enhanced our capabilities far beyond our primitive ancestors. While we must clearly distinguish between ancient mythology and scientific fact, the parallel between Sumerian stories and actual genetic evidence is thought-provoking. Dr. Spencer Wells of the National Geographic Society's Genographic Project has noted that all modern humans can trace their ancestry to a surprisingly small population that lived around this same time period in Africa and the Middle East. Here's what will absolutely amaze you. The Sumerians possessed astronomical knowledge that shouldn't have been possible with their technology. They knew that Earth was round, calculated the length of a year to within minutes of our modern measurements, and created a calendar system so accurate that we still use modified versions today. But it gets even more incredible. Sumerian texts describe our solar system with remarkable accuracy, including references to outer planets that weren't officially discovered until the invention of telescopes thousands of years later. The Sumerian creation epic, the Enuma Elish, describes planetary formation and cosmic events with surprising scientific accuracy. While we must be cautious about reading modern knowledge into ancient texts, the parallels are striking. Even more fascinating is the Dogon tribe of West Africa, whose oral traditions describe the Sirius star system with precision that wasn't confirmed by modern astronomy until 1962. The Dogon knew about Sirius B, an invisible white dwarf star, and accurately described its 50-year orbital period. How did ancient peoples separated by thousands of miles and years possess such detailed astronomical knowledge? Let's travel from ancient Sumer to sites around the world where massive stone structures defy explanation. From the precisely cut blocks of Pumapunku in Bolivia to the perfectly fitted stones of Sacsayhuaman in Peru, ancient builders somehow moved and positioned megalithic blocks weighing hundreds of tons. These aren't crude constructions. They demonstrate understanding of engineering principles that rivals modern capabilities. The tolerances are so precise that you can't slide a knife blade between the stones. What's particularly intriguing is that many of these sites, separated by continents and centuries, share remarkably similar construction techniques. It's as if the builders were following the same architectural manual. The Sumerian tablets describe the Anunnaki as master builders who established the first cities. Archaeological evidence shows that Sumerian urban planning was extraordinarily sophisticated, with complex water management systems, standardized measurements, and advanced metallurgy. Could there be a connection between Sumerian engineering knowledge and these megalithic sites worldwide? Now, as truth seekers, we must clearly separate fascinating speculation from established scientific fact. Mainstream archaeology and anthropology offer well-supported explanations for human advancement that don't require extraterrestrial intervention. The development of agriculture around 10,000 years ago created food surpluses that allowed some people to specialize in crafts, leading to rapid technological advancement. Trade networks spread innovations quickly across continents. Human ingenuity, given the right circumstances, is capable of remarkable achievements. Professor Michael Heiser, a scholar of ancient Near Eastern languages, has extensively critiqued alternative translations of Sumerian texts, arguing that the Anunnaki were clearly understood by ancient peoples as mythological deities representing natural forces, not space visitors. However, even mainstream science acknowledges mysteries in human development. The rapid evolution of human intelligence, the sophisticated knowledge displayed by ancient civilizations, and the remarkable similarities between myths from isolated cultures continue to puzzle researchers. Here's a discovery that will make you question what ancient civilizations really knew about our world. In 1929, researchers at the Topkapi Palace in Istanbul made an extraordinary find, a map drawn by Ottoman naval commander Piri Reis in 1513. This map shows the coastlines of South America and Africa with stunning accuracy. But here's what makes it truly mysterious. It depicts Antarctica's coastline as it would appear without ice, details that weren't confirmed until seismic surveys in 1958. The map includes a note from Piri Reis himself, stating that he compiled it from over 20 source maps, some dating back to the time of Alexander the Great. This suggests that ancient civilizations possessed geographical knowledge far exceeding what we've assumed possible. Professor Charles Hapgood of Keene State College studied the map extensively and concluded that its mathematical precision required knowledge of spherical trigonometry and accurate longitude calculations, techniques supposedly unknown to ancient navigators. Could ancient cartographers have had access to aerial views of Earth? The mystery deepens when we consider that similar impossible knowledge appears in other historical maps from the same period. Recent archaeological discoveries continue to challenge our understanding of ancient capabilities. In 2014, excavations at Göbekli Tepe in Turkey revealed a temple complex built over 11,000 years ago, before the supposed invention of agriculture. These massive stone pillars, arranged in precise circles and covered with sophisticated carvings, required coordinated effort from hundreds of workers. Yet according to conventional history, humans at this time were still nomadic hunter-gatherers. Klaus Schmidt, the archaeologist who first excavated Göbekli Tepe, called it a revolution in human development. The site suggests that complex religious and social organization preceded agriculture, not the other way around. Similar discoveries worldwide are forcing archaeologists to reconsider the timeline of human civilization. The underwater city of Dwarka off the coast of India, the submerged structures near Japan's Yonaguni Island, and the recently discovered civilization beneath the Amazon rainforest all point to sophisticated societies existing much earlier than previously thought. What's truly fascinating is how similar stories appear in cultures that had no known contact with each other. The flood narrative, divine beings interacting with humans, and the sudden gift of civilization appear in mythologies from Mesopotamia to Mexico, from India to Iceland. Carl Jung proposed that such universal themes emerge from humanity's collective unconscious, shared psychological patterns inherited from our common ancestors. But could these stories instead represent cultural memories of actual historical events? The Aboriginal Australians have oral traditions stretching back over 40,000 years that accurately describe geographical features that were submerged at the end of the last ice age. If oral traditions can preserve such ancient memories, what other historical truths might be embedded in mythology? Ancient texts from around the world describe a time when gods walked among humans, teaching them the arts of civilization. While we must approach these accounts as mythology rather than historical fact, the consistency across cultures is remarkable. As we stand on the threshold of becoming a spacefaring civilization ourselves, the questions raised by ancient texts take on new relevance. NASA's search for extraterrestrial intelligence, the discovery of thousands of exoplanets, and the growing understanding that life might be common in the universe make the possibility of ancient contact seem less far-fetched. However, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. While the mysteries we've explored are fascinating, they don't constitute proof of extraterrestrial visitation. They do, however, demonstrate that ancient civilizations were far more sophisticated than we've traditionally assumed. Perhaps the most important lesson from studying these ancient texts isn't about alien visitors, but about human potential. Whether guided by gods, aliens, or their own remarkable ingenuity, our ancestors achieved incredible feats that continue to inspire us today. Fellow explorers, as we conclude this journey through one of history's greatest mysteries, we're left with more questions than answers. The Sumerian civilization, with its sudden appearance and remarkable achievements, continues to challenge our understanding of human development. Were the Anunnaki mythological deities representing natural forces as mainstream scholars believe? Were they memories of exceptional human leaders whose achievements were later mythologized? Or do these ancient texts preserve something even more extraordinary? The truth may lie not in choosing between these interpretations, but in remaining open to the remarkable capabilities of both ancient and modern human civilizations. The Sumerians' greatest gift to us might not be their stories of the Anunnaki, but their demonstration of human potential for innovation, organization, and wonder. What do you think about these ancient mysteries? Share your theories in the comments below, and let's continue this fascinating discussion. Which explanation do you find most compelling for the rapid advancement of human civilization? Don't forget to subscribe to Secrets of the Ancients for more archaeological adventures, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our journeys through time. Next week, we'll be exploring another incredible ancient mystery, the lost civilization of the Indus Valley and their undeciphered script. Until then, keep questioning, keep exploring, and remember, the greatest secrets of the ancients might still be waiting to be discovered.